Okay, everybody. Not a Friday update, a Saturday update. Missed last night, but I've got a couple of things to show off. Finally brought up some corals from the basement. And I'm videoing with a new phone. Got the Galaxy 9 S9 Plus. It's got multiple cameras on the back side. There's a regular camera with dual apertures, and then there's a 2x camera that's got a optical 2x zoom on it, which is what I'm using right now. Let me know what you think. So, let's talk about what's going on up here, and then maybe we'll check downstairs. So, fish-wise, everybody's doing very well. Even little green chromis over there, who was getting bullied a couple weeks ago, he kind of sticks his head out a little bit more than he has been in the past. But he's still a little timid. Everybody else, what's kind of cool, I was watching earlier today, the coral beauty kind of thinks he's a tang. So he's been palling with the tangs. He's been running with the big boys. Back and forth, especially at midday when they got their clip of weed up here. The coral beauty was in on it, and the coal tang here. Let's see if we can get a good shot of him. Looks really brown. That's tough. If you slow down, I might catch you. He kind of takes to his own. He spends a lot of time picking at rocks and doing things. But the powder brown, I got a comment that he's a white cheek. Not sure he is, John. I see the orange stripe on the upper half, and I think that's really powder brown is what I get out of it. But, you know, you're welcome to come over and have a beer, and we can debate it. It's a local comment. So, let's talk about what I did today. I brought some stuff up, finally. I grabbed a piece of the hammer over here and took it down. My little mushroom here, still no difference. Recordia mushroom, nothing. Finally got that little piece of Monty glued back up. And right below it is the Mystic Sunset. That's doing pretty well. I think it'll do all right there. It's going to get a lot of light. In terms of other pieces, let's see what else I brought up. So I brought up 3 of these acans. So this one's a little close. This is sort of a purple and green. Blends in very well with the rock. This one's a little more orange and red. Seems to be doing okay up here. And this one's a little more green than purple. So hopefully those 3 cans do pretty well. Brought the torch up as well. You can see the stump where I cut off the leather that was really annoying me. And I probably should have glued right on top of that, but maybe that was a bad idea. And then the other one that I brought up was this lepto. From what I've read in terms of the research, it looks like this is something that wants less light than more, which is why I kind of put it down here. If it does poorly, I can always move it. But that's what I got. Mushrooms are doing well. The bubble corals are just really rocking. Pretty much everything else is doing well. Take a look here. The bubble tip is getting lots and lots of attention from Mrs. Clown here, Mr. Clown, I don't know how you want to see it. And it's growing a lot. For those of you that may have noticed, this was a little bit off to the right from where it is right now. It got knocked off and I glued it back over more centered on the piece of rock so that it wasn't cantilevered out as badly as it was. So that's what's going on up here. Everything's looking pretty good. I'll give you a little update from the basement. Okay, in the basement. And then there was one. The other fish that I had in here was a cleaner wrasse. Yeah, I killed it like in a day. Clearly I didn't do enough research there. It is a much more sensitive fish. And I really should have brought it into the QT process, let it deal with the process of, you know, getting acclimated, and then worried about disease and stuff like that. So brought him in. I Prazi-Pro'd these guys like on day one, and the wrasse just totally rolled over and died. So that's on me. I was gonna go back and pick up another one so that this guy could have a buddy in QT. Just didn't work out with travel and that kind of stuff. So this guy's, I don't know, he's 14 days in, 13 days in. He is looking pretty healthy, eating well. He's digging up the sand. You can see that was all pretty smooth earlier today. So he's in there fluffing around his sand, and that's good. So that's what's going on QT-wise. Still have the sump underneath running the skimmer. Still running the UV on the side, coming back up from the skimmer. So it's a pretty high-end QT, I feel. And so he's in hypo right now for another week. And then he'll slowly come back up and out. Probably get another dose of Prazi-Pro on the way out, because I'm paranoid and I really don't want to have anything in my main display. And hopefully he'll add some value upstairs. What's going on over here? Not much in terms of the rest of the filtration. I did a little bit of cleanup in here today. Kind of pushed some of the remaining macro that I've got around, pushed it back, kind of setting myself up. I may start to, I may go pick up some other macro at this point. I am testing positive on nitrates at this point. I tested earlier today and I'm up to 20 ppm, which means I clearly have nitrates in the system. I'm not dosing. I stopped dosing a couple of months ago. But nothing's growing down here either. So perhaps it's the lighting. I don't know. Got this grow light on here. I don't know what is that, 60, 70 watts. And then the blue and red LED is pretty high powered. But the tank is relatively deep. What have I got? 24 inches of water here. So maybe I'm not getting enough par down at this level to really grow the Cato down there. We'll see. Someone commented a while ago, if stuff doesn't grow, it wasn't meant to grow. And I think you're right. Frag tank is a little empty, right? Because I've just moved up everything. Got a lot of frags of the plating Monties still. Got to figure out what to do with them. I pulled down the brown Pallies. I don't know what to do with that. Maybe somebody let me know. Can I just scrape them off the rock? I'm really hating them. I don't know. We'll see. Zoas still aren't really doing anything. I'm going to try to get them all onto one rock. And I brought down this chunk of hammer because it looked like it had a little vermeted snail kind of growing up out of it. So I brought it down here and pinched it off. So it's down here for now. So that's what's going on. Been a couple of weeks since an update. one in QT for maybe 2 more weeks, a little over 2 weeks. Then we'll go from there. Had a good day today. Yeah, kind of a squirrel day down here, running around doing different things. I made a bunch of water. Started a video on how I make water, but I think all the footage for that was on my old phone, so maybe I'll reshoot all of that, show people my process, which wouldn't hurt. See my dosing system, nothing special. I've got a couple of jugs and I do a little cup morning and afternoon, or morning and evening. So that's it. Pretty happy. It was a rainy day today, so I got a chance to come down here and spend a little bit of time doing some stuff. Hope everybody's doing well, and I look forward to seeing the progress in your systems.
Thanks for watching. Please remember to like, comment, or subscribe if you'd like to see more in this series.